Lansford, Connie Nolan, Kelly Brook and Brenda Edwards.
And, you know,
to you until you've got someone that does need like 24-hour care. I had this situation with my grandma, and it was literally overnight. Like one day she was fine, 24-hour care, and it's the last thing you want to do is bring them out of their home. You want them to have independence for as long as possible, and so yeah, you just need all the support and help you can get because financially, families just can't afford it.
you know, elderly people are greater and greater because they are the most significant.
He died and she had to. It's such a
investment, and you go back.
Take who's running Reform,
Yeah.
many years ago, and he was married to a British actress that I knew a long time ago. He didn't seem to be. They'll go a bit power mad, start making lots of money, and want to make big
And want to
decisions.
rule the world.
It's like a Marvel movie, isn't it? Watching it all
But
unfold.
it's a great.
I've watched 2 minutes.
A couple of
He's still racing across the world. That you know that he's and how sometimes they just can't accept. They're
so grateful because my husband is Catholic and I'm atheist. I wasn't brought up in any kind of religion, and I did wonder to us not having a Catholic wedding, and actually they're very modern, you know, they're very accepting. Myself, I've come to kind of love the tradition that they celebrate, especially over Christmas. Like, we went to a lovely little village in France for our holidays and we were at the church, blessing the dog with, like, holy water in the church. It's just, I've come to love it. You know, for me, Christmas is all Christmas crackers and Christmas pudding and presents, and sometimes than that. And,
it could be selfish, though, Brenda.
There's going to be one person in the family that's not in agreement.
Kelly Brook, even think.
Understand, like, what you've been through. Where are you now in your grief journey? For me, I never had pain and never got there. And I know a lot of women. Is it a myth that once you have the baby, then all of that kind of... I think, God, if I had the baby, would all that pain go or suddenly go away?
It doesn't.
Open to these things. We were saying, oh, my, certain resorts now.
Looking at you, I go to this place in LA, it's like a Korean day spa, and I get off that down on this slab, absolutely naked, all over. They get all your... They throw buckets of water over you. Oh, it's fantastic. And everyone's naked.
Everyone.
Their skin is like babies. It's horrifying.
You say no one's looking, but I'm not.
It's
I'm
all
not
women.
going.
That's the
Give them a little
garden.
flash and a little...
Or your boyfriend or whatever. It's all right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I not for me. I'm with Rob.
Buried. And then they
Cemetery,
came back and they were evil.
Oh, don't.
It, and you have to. That's part of.
Bring on.
I'm sure this is going over 20 years at least, and start the conversation.
There
There's
seems to be a lot of.
Just at-home care would have been fantastic for her during that time. But you just...
Here's some money to help you with the reform, and then, but, you know, no further forward. There are people that are
interested in politics too much back then, so I don't know what's happened, but I think, like... And I've actually... You know, even though I'm not Catholic...
But when it's not, I mean, I was married to somebody who was an atheist for 27 years, and I was... A conversation. It's about having the conversation and educating.
Was she upset?
She was, and you've got the same standards for your life of what you want as me. Come, let's go.
So to me,
funeral, do you want to... And it was...
you just kind of carry on and...
Can now anything happen?
Barcelona.
Yeah, and we went on this beach and just sat there, bits hanging out.
He's scared.
Yeah, don't touch it again.
The baby. So I never got the... We are still in that situation. Goes away.
It doesn't.
You know, because from my point of view, it's still there, isn't it? It doesn't just all of us...
I'm like, I got you here safely. I didn't manage to get the other two safely here.
This is the thing, though, you know...
Applause for them because they are incredible.
But never go without a swimming costume. And who says a naked massage in Los Angeles is an absolute must?
She's got a penchant for the old luxurious travel and accommodation.
I do.
She and Jeremy would very much love it here.
He wouldn't spend the money.
You should come, Jo. You really should.
She's like titanium. She's just amazing. Kind of middle of December, how stoic my mum is.
Yeah.
So we only got her out on Friday. It's like, I can't bring her in here, Mum. So we've got her. It's difficult, isn't it? She doesn't understand social media at all.
We know the care system is broken. It's broken. I'm through it to experience what everybody is.
Next day, it was clear that she needed...
Science things, you know, we elderly people, you know, if you don't have family helping you, that's very difficult. And yet we've had parents, grandparents.
They're scared.
But Colin, you mentioned carers. I mean, they call it 59% of these are female.
Yeah.
Mobility scooter, and then the people that were coming in, she had to pay a broken system, and I'm just in
Everything
4
was
years, but also it's that broken.
Everybody was Brenda. It was cross this morning.
Silent. and not say anything
But he
to make
shouldn't
a
be
change.
involved in politics.
You know, I don't know if there was conversations against somebody. So let me take back my money. Oh, of
then
course.
he's going to...
Do you really actually care what you...
A nice
And
robot.
that's the way of your home. Stop
I
it.
think it's time to take a break.
Yes.
There was that. But it does show, a Catholic girl, sorry, it does show how deeply...
You know, when we decided to get married, like, how his family were going to reach every day. I mean, he even took the dog for a walk and sent me a video. You do forget those kind of traditions in families, that it is a lot more...
Very exciting when I took him home to meet. I'm sure on everything as there is on life, let alone put him...
And it's
Second part's tonight.
Second part's tonight. What
Happened
Yes,
in
it
real
has.
life. Bees
Newborns.
and... But then you'd see this other...
Yeah, that's what I mean, because...
But it's such...
100%.
Yes. They're not your own
Yeah.
adoption foster child, because I've loved this child for 2.5 years now. But then someone...
There's a bit of a thriller going on.
That is really what it's about. They're 2.5 and grows up, and then, unfortunately, there's an ill, and let's keep everybody together and play happy.
Especially straight after Christmas.
Long flight, and I go in, and they throw me down. Blood circulation going. 90-year-old Korean women, and they're... There's no...
I couldn't help but be looking...
I love it when Jeremy's in the garden. I kind of knock on the window.
Like that in your privacy of your own home, but to go...
I don't need to get naked to
I
have soft
can't-
skin. It's super soft.
So
Look how soft that is.
see?
It's about saying, could I have a female masseuse? Little pants on. And I was... that wasn't even completely naked. Sentimentality, isn't it?
I'm traumatised
but they've lived
by
their
that
life.
movie.
I haven't said anything, but I will say a DNA, a little bit of tissue.
Or pets, and you've hopefully given them a wife. Would you miss... Yeah, you'd miss me. Yeah. Look.
Television.
Pauline! Oh, my gosh, I never even...
I did that.
I never even...
Because I know your mum had a bit of a fall
Yeah,
before
my
Christmas,
mum.
and how's she doing?
It's really painful. I said at the time, oh, thank goodness. Yeah, and thank you. So they're, you know, talking about it now, setting out their plans, Brenda.
Really think about it until it happens. People are having less children, so there's
5
less
million
kids to
there's
look
no
after
money,
us.
and there's not enough social
Do you worry, Brenda, that sometimes... Are they talking...
money. They weren't entitled to care.
Calling it care system. Sure.
OK, let's step to the mark, Brenda. You know, should Elon... Media story at the moment. I mean, it's clever. I didn't think so. Absolutely is. And, you know, religion plays such a big part in so many people's lives.
It was very bizarre, very weird, but...
Yeah, and there are some where it's against.
I haven't watched it yet, and you can watch it on...
Nice, and we're just going to kind of be one big kind of happy family almost.
So they're saying...
It sounds amazing. I'm hoping that they're all this time.
So you think they should...
I think that...
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
And it is a very happy...
I'm so tired.
They definitely were, yeah.
Like, Kaz is like...
Point, didn't you?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I had a little bump as well.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't take enough time to do it. I think...
Saying we hadn't heard of miscarriages as well,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah.
But such a shock for you. How did the two of you...
So we were just like, oh, OK, so we just have the surgery and I... Yeah.
So we were convinced at this point that, OK, now...
Was it after the second miscarriage that then...
What was wrong with me? I even had an injection.
So, I mean, I went through miscarriages myself, so I really understand.
You guys went through a blame game, which you won, meaning the destroyer of darkness, but also the creator. You
kind of turned around to me at home and was like...
Not one hand.
It's apparently a thing now. It's becoming very popular.
Yeah.
Let's
The
do
women
that
are-
in a swimsuit.
Or a bikini.
No, everyone... Honestly, I love it. I don't...
Stitches was, and I went, and
What
then
is Stitches?
Well, it's at home with nature. That's...
I remember having a massage once, and like, no, I am. Lots of them dying, and they want to just have that same pet their whole life.
Of mine. And...
clones coming for
Oh, my
you.
God. They can't...
Did you do it?
But it's
There, actually, she's all grey now.